What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Guys, Hot Toys has given us another start of a line. Of course, we're going to talk about Yelena Belova from Thunderbolts, and I'm pretty excited about this. I love Florence Pugh. She's an absolute sweetheart and a beautiful woman, as well as an absolute badass, especially in this film. But am I loving the figure? I gotta suss that out a little bit inside. So stick around if you guys like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's get into it.
I give you Ben Thomas Showtime. Here we go.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. So let's talk about the Yelena Belova figure here from Hot Toys. I was pretty excited to see this go up tonight because, to be honest, I really enjoyed the film and she was definitely the standout performance for me. I really liked Red Guardian as well, and I even liked to discount Captain America, but to be honest, like, all of them had their merits, even though they were kind of a dysfunctional group of moderately superpowered beings, right? I mean, like, let's be honest, they were ragtag bunch, but I kind of liked that vibe, and I did like the kind of mental health aspect of the film that it kind of dove into as well. And we did get a chance to see Yelena's darker side, you know, what really makes her tick, how she thinks. And I thought that was a really nice piece of insight, because up till now she's definitely been some great comedic relief, absolutely a badass action star, but I still hadn't felt like we'd even got to know her that well. We got a taste of that in the Black Widow film, but that film was for Scarlett Johansson, not for her. So I think this was her showcase, and I think she did an amazing job. And when I left that theater, I immediately thought to myself, I definitely hope Hot Toys gives us this version of Yelena, and they did not disappoint. Now, coming in at a $270 price point, I think that's very reasonable for what you're getting at the very least, because let's be honest, I do have a couple nitpicks that I wish. I think part of the reason that I'm wishing for it is because I've started to become a little bit more conditioned to a slightly higher price point, but then also a little bit more in the box. So when we get something that feels a little bit on the stripped down side, it feels kind of stripped down. Like, she comes with a decent amount of hands, so that's nice. She comes with her batons, I think that's cool. I like that you can holster the batons on the body, although I'm a little bit worried about the strap that holds those bad boys in there. I do like the fact that she has a gun that you can, again, holster on the body. I like when a figure can hold the accessories on their person. But I would have loved to see an alternative head sculpt, or at the very least a hairstyle change, right? Because they've gone with sculpted, which I definitely appreciate. I've been a little sick of artisan figures lately, if I'm being honest, and this isn't limited, which is great, but because they went with sculpted, I would have almost liked an alternative sculpted hairpiece, because she changes her hairstyle at least twice, if not maybe even 3 times throughout the film. It's pretty subtle, but there's the windswept look and then this look here. Now, again, that's a nitpick. At the very least, I would have also loved maybe a different expression. Something that either comes a little more battle damaged maybe, or at least more aggressive, because let's be honest, she's fighting most of the time in this film. And because of her accent and because of her character, she has fun doing it. She's got some freaking attitude, and like, I love that about her. But this sculpt doesn't give me like Yelena attitude. You know, like, she again kind of just has the bored face. And in a collection, it's a little hard because at times I'm okay with a more neutral expression depending on the character. But when there's a character like her who's a badass, sassy woman, I would have loved to see something that has a little bit more passion in the face, especially since this is not the first time we've had Yelena from Hot Toys, right? We did get her before. Now, let's talk about the likeness here. I do think the side-by-side, I can definitely see Yelena here. At first, I actually thought the sculpt was a little on the soft side, but then when I compared it to the photos of the real-life person, I actually liked the sculpt more, which for me almost never happens, if I'm being honest. It's usually kind of the other way. You look at the photo and you're like, oh my god, that looks like shit. Not so much here. I actually do see her in this sculpt. I think there's some tweaks. I think they could honestly give her a little bit thicker of eyebrows, but that's about it. The hairline is pretty solid. The painting is pretty solid. She comes with movable eyes, so you can have her looking in different directions, which will at least give her a little bit of sassy attitude. But it's still kind of boring in the face otherwise. So that's a little bit of a criticism there for sure. Again though, $270 means I guess we don't get any extra expressions or head sculpts. That's the baseline price at this point, it seems like, for Hot Toys figures. So if we can get used to that, I'm cool with it. Many of us have one favorite head sculpt anyways and then leave the other in the box. So that may or may not be a deal breaker for you anyways. I was never super happy with the original Yelena figure, but in hand, she actually looked really good. And I also think this may be the same victim of that sensation, where if you feel like she looks a little on the soft side, I almost bet once you get it in hand, it's going to be like, holy crap, that's Yelena. Now, I'm a little surprised they didn't show a Red Guardian at the same time as this release, because they've teased, you know, at least a handful of them. And I know, again, I call him Discount Captain America. He wasn't in that photo, which is interesting. I'm still expecting to see Ghost and Taskmaster, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I need all of the Thunderbolts. Is that weird to say? Like, I don't think I need to represent the Thunderbolts film necessarily. If anything, I would kind of want Yelena, a Red Guardian, with a Scarlett Johansson Black Widow. I get it that they're not from the same film, but they're a family, and I think I would like to display the family more than the films themselves, because I didn't hate Black Widow, but I didn't love it, and I didn't hate Thunderbolts, I actually liked it more, but I don't feel so compelled to have to collect from this movie. There are a couple other subtle tweaks that I would love to see Hot Toys still work on, especially if this figure is just in the pre-order stage anyways. The outfit, while it does look pretty good on the figure, when you see the side-by-side comparison with the actress, it's a lot more tight in person, obviously, and I know 6-scale shrinking down is a little bit hard to do, but I would like them to just cinch it just a little bit more. It looks a little on the baggy side. I also can't tell with the boots if they are split cut or not. They don't look like it in these photos. There is a little bit of twist at maybe kind of the high point of the ankle, just under the shin, but that could be honestly just stretching the plastic a little bit. I don't think that there's going to be much give in those feet, so that'll make her a little harder to pose, obviously, if that's the case, which again is unfortunate. It's weird to me that they've shown the boots as what looks like an accessory here. Just goes to show you even they know it's stripped down. But again, I'm not all that offended. I am excited to get a Yelena Belova. I will 100% buy her this time. She's a badass, like I've said a million times in this video already. So for me, this is a pre-order, this is a buy. I'm gonna wait maybe a couple days though. I don't think there's any crazy urgency, but I'm definitely gonna put this one in the basket. At $270, it does feel like a pretty decent deal for what you're getting. I'm happy enough with the likeness so far. And I think that if they make a couple of tweaks, this could be a really great figure. Even just the coloration of the outfit, little green, darken it up maybe a little bit, and it's going to be awesome. So guys, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. I'm going to keep it short tonight. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, leave me a comment, let me know what you guys think of this figure, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's gone. It's all gone.